Hello and welcome to episode 43 of our Ostriv Alpha 4.7 Let's Play. It is October of 1793 in our town. Last episode we got a couple more areas of houses built here, and we built this neat little market a little bit before that. So what we're going to focus on in this episode is continuing to expand this area up here and work our way toward this corner, and we'll probably put a farm here at some point soon. And we're going to look at a couple of other things as well. But before we get too far into stuff, I wanted to address something someone left in a comment on the previous episode. Kayla Warnack, I believe is the person it was, asked how my unemployment figures were looking. And I thought I'd take a moment in the video to kind of explain how I have stuff set up. So if we go in here to our population menu, you see right now there's nobody looking for a job. It's October, so it's harvest season. Most of the farms are already in the process. You can see like this one right here, they're still gathering and bundling stuff up, but there's nobody working the fields right now. But what I've done, and I know I've explained this before in some other episodes long time ago, but what I've done is I've used seasonal hiring. Let me see if I can find a good example here. I've used seasonal hiring to kind of allocate where the workers actually go. So if we go to the hire options in here, you'll see that the warehouse has an on-season 4 workers and off-season 2. And the season for my warehouses is January and February, and then November and December. So I guess you could just say November through February because time is a loop. But I chose these months because most of the harvesting occurs August, September, October, and most of the planting occurs, well, sometimes in March if they plow the fields early enough. But April, May-ish, sometimes into June, and then June and July I've got them doing other stuff. So what I ended up doing is I've got, how many warehouses do I have? 58. I have 58 warehouses, and each warehouse has 4 people employed in the on season. So that's, I don't know, I was never really super great at math, but it's a lot. It's like 240 people working in warehouses, not including laborers, if my math is correct. If it's not, then, well, I've given you the excuse before. But what I've done is I've tried to make sure that everything is kind of balanced out to where there's minimal opportunities for people to be unemployed, and if they are unemployed, they aren't going to be for long. So another thing, before we get too far away from here, you see how many open vacancies there are? There's 220, well, it's going up and down, but there's 220 something open vacancies right now because I have, I guess, overhired. It's probably the best way to put it. So you see all these laborers in this farm. I've got 4 working, and I've got, like, I don't know, 12 slots open left. I don't know why when it says 15 laborers that it's got 16 slots, but whatever, that's fine. I did this on purpose because if you have open slots available always, that means as soon as someone's done with another job, they're going to go immediately to some other thing that's open. So if you have a ton of slots open, people are going to automatically allocate themselves to those, and that's going to help stuff go a lot smoother. I know we have stuff at 1 time speed right now. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up to 5 times so you can kind of see how this fluctuates. So if you spend long enough time watching these things, like you'll see right here, we're getting more and more people coming in to gather up the harvest from the field in this farm. If we go to another farm, like see this one right here is a little bit further along in the harvesting process. So we're actually getting fewer laborers. And then I know there's probably one of these that's just about done, but this one has almost completely full because I guess there's just more people available around this area. So, you know, it just kind of varies depending on what you're doing. I know forestries are just, I just always have 5 guys there. It's just easier because I'm trying to get rid of all these trees, and I am constantly fighting firewood battles. I know I still have 158,000 stored up, but let go of that for, I don't know, like more than 20 minutes and you're screwed. It's over. So that hopefully is a little bit more information on the unemployment topic. I know I addressed it briefly in a comment, but yeah, if you just have an abundance of jobs available without, you know, making sure that nobody can work any jobs because everything just gets sucked out of other labor pools, you can do some of that with, what's the word I'm looking for? I think I did it on these hay dryers. Yeah, the wages on the hay dryers for laborers are 110% of laborer wage, whereas for the farm, it's It's 150%. Because laborers on a farm will only ever gather stuff or help out what the farmers are actually doing. So if you don't want crops to spoil, you have to have your laborers incentivized to go here. So I just put that 150. It probably doesn't need to be that high. I'm probably just wasting money. I honestly don't really care. It gets done. It's fine. It works. So that's that. I think there's some of these. It's been so long since I've set most of this up. I'm sorry. But I think there's some of these that I have under 100% wage. Like most of the stuff is just 100%. Some of the stuff is a little bit more highly prioritized. Let's see. Did I do that on these? Yeah, these are all just 100%. And then at one point, I think I had the workers for the cow sheds. Yeah, I had this higher than 100% at one point because they kept leaving. But I found out if I just make all the livestock workers women, they don't leave as much. Because the men are the only ones that can do construction. They're the only ones that can work in the slaughterhouses and the trading stuff and everything. So there's certain things that only the men can do. So if I try to make as much that is able to hire women, only women as possible, it tends to even stuff out and reduce the unemployment. So you see, like, even just in the time since I started recording this video, it's been, I guess, most of a full month in game, and already the open vacancies have gone down from like 200 something to under 50 now. And it's just going to keep going and going and going. So when we get to December, there should actually be people looking for jobs because all the farms will have stopped getting laborers in here. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go about. One of the things we did last episode is put these grave plots in. We're going to put some more of those. But, yeah, sorry, I ramble a little bit on the unemployment thing, but it seems to be a pretty common issue with people. And figuring out, I guess, human resource allocation can be kind of challenging. And is definitely something that you should have a firm grasp on if you want to make a large city. I know if you guys have watched these videos, you know that I am not perfect at the game. And there's a lot of stuff that goes wrong. So I'm not claiming to be perfectly infallibly knowledgeable about things. I played a lot of the game, and most of the time what I do works. Yeah, I mean, in fact, a lot of the time when you see something in the game in one of these videos, it's the first time I'm doing it too. So take with that what you will. Let's see. I think we have a lot of excess production of wool because the sheep kept dying because all the wool was stored in here. So I actually had to build a bunch of these fulling mills. We don't have enough clothes production to really take use of all of this stuff. It's not a huge priority right now because we do have a ton saved up. I know we can be selling some in the trading post, but I can't really keep up with it. Honestly, it's way too much at this point in the game. So what we're going to go ahead and do is keep building up in this area now that we have this marketplace here, and try to keep these things, I guess, adequately stocked. I know as this area grows, we'll probably have to start using these market stalls as well. I know there's people working here when there's nothing to do. No, I'm not going to fire them because we have plenty of jobs. See, now we're starting to get people that are actually looking for jobs, but it's very few, especially for the size of town that we have. All right, so here comes that snow. December, it's going to be really annoying to line stuff up on the ground, but you know that's just how it goes. I think these orchards are probably, yeah, see, the storage is so full of the different orchard produce things that it's just like, forget it. Okay, I think I should do another one of these in this granary and just start bringing stuff in because the orchards literally can't produce any more stuff. All right, so this forestry is getting rid of most of this stuff. We're going to do another cluster of houses here. I know a lot of people aren't really a fan of the grid style. Well, too bad. Sorry, it's a lot easier for me to just do stuff this way. But while we have the chance, I am going to go ahead and start putting some more of these wells in, because as the population continues to grow, it's going to become more important that we have water. So I'll go ahead and just place these right next to granaries here, because people are going to be coming in and out of here all the time anyway. I guess I could have gone the other way around so I didn't have to press the rotate button 3 times every time I moved around, but you know what? It's fine. Make sure this doesn't clip too bad. There we go. So that'll be 4 new wells. That should be nice. Let's see what this messenger wants. Yeah, see, these people don't really buy too much of what I need to be selling. Just like salt, I'm always selling. Horseshoes, I'm not currently exporting. I could be. I just... the smithies are annoying to deal with. Somehow I always have to buy more hemp. I never really have enough. So I know when we build our next farm, again, probably in this corner of the map, I'm almost certainly going to have most of the fields generating hemp and sunflowers. But enough of that. I did say we were going to put some more houses in here, so what I'll go ahead and do... See, another thing that kind of bugs me is none of these don't really line up correctly. But, doesn't really matter. Guess I can come back here to just kind of roughly follow this. At some point we are going to dress this up a little bit and make it look a little bit more interesting. Put some trees in, all that good stuff. Now we're going to have to actually kind of line things up correctly here. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. All right. And the forestry is going to have their work cut out for them getting rid of those trees. And then we're going to go ahead and stack on the back side here. Which I just love doing this in the snowy season because it's completely impossible to see what's going on. That's fine. And the reason I keep building more and more houses with gardens is because if I built them without gardens, they would almost certainly all move out immediately because there's really no way to keep all those people fed unless they're building their own crops and everything. So let's see, we got that there. I will go ahead and stop at that because we're going to have to get this forestry out of the way. But once these trees are mostly torn down, this forestry can go bye-bye anyway because this one up here will be able to take care of most of that. So let's go ahead and turn off production on the wells that are built. I think it's just that one well. Okay, well, that's fine. We should also take a look at where our construction offices are. I don't remember where I put them. Okay, there's one here. Okay, so there is one over here. I was wondering. So we have 5, 6? Math is hard. Okay, so I have 6. 6 of those. So I guess that's fine. As long as there isn't one that's too terribly super far away, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think as we get closer to this marketplace, I'm going to kind of deviate from the grid a little bit to try and encircle this in some other kind of shape thing. So I know in a long time ago episode I had these birch trees planted here, so I think we can go ahead while we're waiting for them to keep going here and build all that other stuff. We can go ahead and put some of these over here as well to create kind of like a little barrier along the outside of the map. Just kind of fill stuff in. I am hoping in Alpha 5 that they have a way to, not for like harvesting, but just generally kind of replant areas with trees and not just manually put in one tree at a time. Or if there's an option to just let an area go back to seed or go wild, if you will. Because once you cut all the trees down, it's just kind of barren. And I realize that most people who are playing the game will probably just kind of build houses wherever and everywhere because that's the easiest way to get something done. But there is a charm to having the trees and the foliage interspersed between buildings. And when you have these forestries that are just in go, go, go mode, they're going to cut down everything. So you end up with this really lifeless, barren kind of landscape unless you manually populate it yourself, which is why I end up doing this. And then, of course, because I like straight lines and patterns, I end up making it look really utilitarian and not very much like authentic 18th century Ukraine because, well, mostly because I really don't know too much about what that would have been like outside of the pictures I've seen that Ostriv account has posted that use its reference for models and everything. But I think it would be nice to have a little bit of a option to do stuff like that, you know? Just food for thought. I know they're putting in some other things, and there's probably a billion... Oh, I can't plant next to existing trees? I thought it was just trees that I'd been planting. Okay, well, we'll leave that alone like that for right now. They're going to be dealing with this stuff forever. So we could probably just leave that alone for right now. And check out our taverns over here. Wow, she's the only one left here. So I guess when she dies, she'll take... Or maybe the son gets all the money. I actually haven't checked out how inheritance works with people that are already married. So that's, that might be worth getting into. I never did figure out the tavern taxes. Like, this woman's got 1,269 coins, and then this one's got 830, and this one's completely broke. Which is kind of hilarious considering how many houses are over here. I guess people just aren't buying alcohol. They've been here for 17 years. That's fine. I just, for whatever reason, there's one tavern that always gets more money. And they don't have any booze. I guess we need to be importing that. We can't produce it quite yet. It's supposed to be in Alpha 5 where we have the ability to do that. So I guess I should have been more on top of that. We'll get that figured out. I think these cow sheds... Okay, there's still a queue to get stuff slaughtered here. I don't know why the slaughterhouse isn't taking care of that. There's one down here. I think for a while the storage was full. That could be why. Reforestation areas. I think we took care of those last episode as well. I know they're replanting. Yeah, they're planting this. I'm not going to let them chop trees down in these until this is already replanted. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This is kind of the same way. And I don't think I have any other reforestation areas. This is all just farms. I guess this area down here I can't really put anything like houses in because it's too far from a market. I think it should actually... Oh, no, I've got market stalls. Or is that because I have... Oh, it's because I have this one here that sells firewood and clothes and stuff. No. So I've really just for the past, I don't know, forever just used this as mowing areas for haze. Haze, wow. for haystacks. Which, you know, I guess is fine. See, tanneries are all waiting on lime. Lime. So I guess we just have to wait for people to come in and start trading lime. I don't have money to call traders right now. Oh my god. Okay, we have to get rid of some of these boars. That's way too much. Way too many of these guys. We'll get, we'll get these guys out of here. Well, no wonder. I mean, we're not milking the pigs, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But, that's way too many boars. I think that was probably had something to do with they had a bunch at one time and then they just, couldn't get slaughtered because the game won't automatically slaughter animals that aren't mature, which I guess is fine. Okay, I'll check that. All right, so that's looking fine. I think they've managed to build one house in all of this time. Yeah, and it's another marriage. 8-year age gap. That's pretty uncommon in this game. Most of the time they're fresh 18s, both of them. Okay, got a messenger here. They are demanding lime. They're not selling it. We're not going to sell them because we don't have any. Always need to buy hemp for some reason. We have a ton of honey. There's, I think it was the previous Let's Play where I had one house that had, I don't know, 80,000 honey stored up. They weren't actually doing anything with. Alright, so that was kind of fruitless. We'll have to wait. Still in the negative. I should probably do something about that, but you know how this goes. Did they plant all these trees? Yeah. All right, so we've got these houses queued up. We've got the forestries working, doing their thing. We'll probably do a time lapse on the rest of these in a bit, but I did want to wait until it thawed at least so it didn't blind you. Let's see. I haven't checked schools in a while. Schools are still full. That was one thing I was kind of concerned about as areas age. Like, these houses have all been here for a pretty good while. Oldest family here I'm seeing is 18 years. That seems about right. I wanted to say there were some that had been here longer. But yeah, these houses are pretty old. I know these up here have been here for a very long time. But there's been so many people that have died and moved out, or otherwise, yeah, 45 years. And we're only on year 73. I know for a fact there's no original residents left from when the town was founded. I want to say this group of houses up here might have been some of the first. Maybe it was these 6. Might have been these 6. 51 years. 51 years. I don't know. Who's even the mayor right now? Can I even find the town hall? Oh, and it was these successes. I'm old. I'm tired. Long day. Yeah, all these are relatively new. How long has she been here? 41 years. Okay. That's fine. February. Can't really get rid of the forestry quite yet because they do have to cut down those trees. But we're most of the way through the winter here. I guess I can go ahead and okay, there we go. Get rid of this and fix production on that. So hopefully these are doing fine. Yeah, we're selling at a pretty good clip. We got a couple hundred. Wow. 612 chicken eggs last year. I know those typically go pretty far. How are we doing on chicken eggs? Okay, we have 7,000. Because I was thinking that this side of the map probably could use some more livestock. I know we have the pigs down here, but this corner of the map really only has... There's a couple of cow sheds over here, but when we get around up into this very corner, this will be all farms. We'll put for sure some chickens. Probably not any more pigs or cows, just because we have so many, and the chicken coops automatically slaughter, which is fantastic, super convenient. Don't have to worry about that. See, these guys are selling lime. We're going to buy that. Sell our sunflower oil. I don't think there's anything else I can really sell. Clothes. Can't sell 3,000. Iron, we have plenty. Sheep, I don't need to buy. Yeah, I think we're actually doing pretty well. So we're going to keep building these houses here, and then once that's done, we're going to try to figure out some way to make this area look a little more interesting. I know this is kind of a strange combination of angles here. I did want to kind of create some sort of road structure that would kind of funnel people toward the market, and that's kind of why I put that where in the, I don't know, the same kind of general area. Because you have these houses here in this, oh, I never built any cart parking things here. We'll take care of that. But I want to create kind of like a diagonal road going this way, and that also kind of splits off here. So we might experiment with a couple different ideas for that. And then, of course, we still have to do something in the middle. And I can't really put any buildings in here. I guess I could, if I really wanted to, put like a chapel or a couple things in a gazebo. Maybe even, I don't know, some cart parking right in the middle. But that's kind of ugly. I want something to be interesting, you know? I probably should have measured this out in game before I built anything and made it look all nice and symmetrical, but I don't know. We will get it all figured out. But hey, the snow is melting. It's the end of February. So I think it's about high time for a little time lapse of some house building. So we'll get that taken care of, and then we will keep on adding some stuff and see how much more we can get done. Okay, so that's all those houses completed. We did have a notification come up during this that a horse died of old age, so that's always fun to figure out what that was. My guess is probably one of these salt works. Oh, well, that answers that question. No draft animals. Good lord, that's 27 years old. Okay, I think we can get rid of that one. I don't know about you. Okay, these are all getting kind of old. Anyway, breed horses. We'll go ahead and turn these 3 youngest males into draft horses. And then we'll go ahead and... Does that one not need one? Okay, that's fine. I could have sworn there was another one that needed... Okay, oh, I was going to slaughter this one, that's right. I don't think we have... We might not have slaughterhouse space. I'll just wait until it dies. Okay, then we've ox in that one. Okay. So that's fine. We fixed that problem. And then, of course, no plots for burial. This area is starting to take shape. It's starting to look pretty good, actually. So, I'll go ahead and stop this one. And we're going to get rid of this forestry. And while they're emptying it out, taking care of all that, we are going to add some more of these grave plots as we are finding out that we have to do more and more. Why can't I copy this building? There we go. So we'll get this taken care of, add a few things here, then put some more houses in. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I would like to keep doing pretty regular uploads now, especially with the looming launch of Alpha 5. Again, we don't know exactly when that is, but I do know I don't want to be caught by surprise. I want to make sure that we're in a good position, ready to go for that, because I am going to be starting a brand new Let's Play for that, and I want to make sure that we're all good to go. So let's go ahead and get just one more row of these done. And then we'll go move on to something else real quick. I do want to make sure these don't get incredibly long. The last one was pretty long. Don't want to take up too much more of people's time. So we'll go ahead and empty this out. Yeah, look at all those laborers coming in. Good lord. All right, let's check and see what these guys are selling. Hemp, always buy hemp. Sell the salt, sell the sunflower oil. These people always want lime. I can't make any more lime. I gotta buy it from people. So they will make relatively quick work of that. So what we'll do to replace it is we'll put in another forestry kind of... I guess I could put it here. Trying to get the rest of this cleared out. So we'll let the builders take care of that. It's going to take them a decent bit of time to get this all cleared out. So yeah, we can't really get these rest of these trees automatically cut down. I guess we'll have to automatically manually assign to get these pine trees cut down here, just so I can make sure I have the outer border here all taken care of. I guess they're not going to get to these for a while if I just let them get there by chance. So we'll give them a little bit of a helping hand and a head start on their tree felling logistics here. So we'll just go ahead and mark all of these. Not that, that's a person. People probably would frown on chopping down a human being with a woodcutter's axe, so we won't do that. Okay, let's get this one already. Yeah. Get that one, and then, yeah. I don't like these trees that are in the middle of walkways. Sometimes if they're not in the middle of a walkway, like if they're off to the very side, I'll still hold on to them. But, like, this one I guess I could save, but I won't. Just go ahead and mark these. I'm really just killing time to get that forestry emptied out so I can demolish it and then move on with our lives here. Do want to finish that housing block before we call it a day for today. I believe that will take care of all of those. How are we looking here? Good Lord. Still got all these people. Why are they not bringing wagons? We have so many wagons. Why are you carrying stuff in your hands? There's no option to turn on supply by cart or whatever, which I think is dumb. I don't know why the forestry doesn't have that. Maybe it was just an oversight. Man, all these people gotta stop dying of old age. I only got 5 of these left. I don't want to do another segment of planting gravestones before the end of this episode. Man, they just cannot do this fast enough, can they? Well, I guess they're busy in their own way, taking care of that. They haven't even started building this. Oh, construction in progress, I suppose, technically counts as starting. How are we looking on? Yeah, so this just immediately filled up with apples. I think we've got so many. They probably can't even harvest the fruit in the fall. We got to get people to buy apples. Why are they not? Uh-oh. Why are... Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Let's pause real quick. That is so much flax. I thought I had been... Wow. Okay, I guess we need more storage for flax, huh? Sheesh. Do I even have any... I don't even have any more warehouses available, do I? I guess these are holding cow hides. I can't really get around that. Let's go ahead and just, for now, double that to 10k and help them get this taken care of, because well, I don't know how an oxen died of thirst if it had water in the first place, so no, don't really get that. But I guess we can go ahead and just replenish this real quick. Make that an ox. Put them in here. Because I mean they can drink. That's fine. There we go. Now they're taking all that. All right, forestry is done. We'll go ahead and yeah, load the firewood up in that bad boy. Just make this firewood only. This still isn't empty. Are you serious? Okay. Well, we'll get that all filled up. I will. I guess I could just go ahead and hire now. It doesn't really matter. Go ahead and copy this to there. These guys will go work somewhere else anyway. That's fine. I wanted to see if we could get to 2100 this episode, but I don't think we're going to get there with 4 more houses. I think most of these have been marriages anyway, so that's not a very fast way to grow population immediately. Long term, I think it's better because you have longer time for people to produce children. More people keep dying. Stop it. Stop it. Tired of that. All right. Okay, we'll always need to buy lime. Oh, gotta click that again. Don't know why it does that. Sunflower oil, I think we already did. Clothes, yeah. We'll sell 2,000. I don't know why it just doesn't cap at the max in your export stock, but that's fine. All right. So, how are we doing on this? Good God, still? Okay. Well, they are slowly making progress here, I suppose. So I guess while we're doing that, we can try to mess with the fences here. Try to make something interesting. So if we take our fence, try and get this. I know it's not super authentic to have all these straight lines everywhere. But if we try to get this done, maybe even just out to like here, and try to create some sort of angle that we can fill in with a house or something to that effect. Like so. Let's see, I think, yeah, the main thing I want to do is try to funnel people in a single direction here. And then on the other side of this, create some sort of interesting thing. So what we can actually do now is we can set up houses here going in this direction and kind of keep this straight line more or less. So while we're waiting for them to do that, let's go ahead and just pop in. I think I can get away with doing those. I want to make sure I'm not getting too far out here, so I think we'll do I'll do one like this. I think should be almost. I think I can do one more. But start doing something like that. Because it's not going to let me... Yeah, that's too long. So I can do... I might be able to get away with that. Kind of rotate this. And I don't really end up rotating the houses too terribly much here. So I think... Honestly, half of this, like, building this is just kind of a stream of consciousness thing, so... If it's not perfect, you know why. Let's go for something weird and crazy here, huh? Do a strange lot shape. And see if I can get this to play nice here. Got that. I think I can squeeze a house in. If I do... Okay, that's too long. Oh, it's just barely too long. Alright, can I get it to do that? I think I saw that say it was too long. That's a tragedy. Yeah, okay. That is going to be just too short. It is very close. So what we'll do is ignore that. Boy, I'm just so good at wasting time, aren't I? Okay, this is finally empty. Let's go ahead and fire all these guys. We haven't saved in a while, so let's do that. That is a surefire way to ruin your day, is lose almost an hour worth of progress. Come on. There we go. Alright, now... At one point there was a bug that would crash the game every time you tried to polish a forestry. So we'll get that prioritized here. So now that we know this doesn't want to play nice, let's go ahead and copy this. And then we can come in here and start adjusting this to fit this straight line here. Bring that out a little less. I'll rotate this. Then I think try something like this. Move this a little bit closer to the back of the lot, maybe. I think if I angle this just enough. I thought I was able to get... I did something like this somewhere else in the town that would work pretty well. Yeah, we'll try that. Now that should give us much more advantageous lot placement here. I probably shouldn't even be doing this in a video because I'm sure this is not super entertaining to everybody. But this is an authentic reflection of the way I usually play this game. Try to see what I can get away with in terms of just doing stupid garbage. Alright, so we're going to go with that. I'll move this that way just a touch there. We'll try that. That'll be interesting, because then I can also come back in here with these. I think these are cottonwood trees, yeah. And I can place more of those here. Okay, remember when I said this wasn't going to be an hour-long episode? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we'll just keep adding these guys here. Then we'll get through that. And I didn't shift click because I forgot. Okay, get a couple more of these done here. And then we'll wrap up for today. After these houses are all done. And that more or less works perfectly with closing out there. So that will be a little bit of a nice improvement there. Let's go ahead. See, Derkachi's got salt. We don't need to buy salt. We have plenty of salt. Sell all the shoes, sell all the clothes, sell all the sunflower oil. Oh, I should have apples in my export. Hold on. I can do that because I have a ton of apples. Okay, so let's go to our... Where's my trading post? Here it is. How's our capacity looking? Okay, we got room for apples. There's always room for apples. Let's put 2,000 of those in there. And they're going to get imported. How far away is Derkachi by? Okay, they got some time. So I think I'll wait a little bit and then I'll try to sell them 2,000 apples. I know I can sell charcoal. Go ahead and do that. Iron ore. We'll buy some iron ore. Flour. Oh, wow, we have a ton of flour. A ton of sallow. Got dried fish. We should have plenty of that. Potatoes. We don't have a ton of potatoes. But we're going to produce more pretty soon anyway. All right, now where are they going to bring these? Well, obviously they're bringing the apples from over there. That's one thing we haven't really done is we haven't built any more wagon sheds or cart sheds or not. Yeah, I guess cart shed is the correct term. The cart parking is the one that doesn't have employees. So as soon as I start seeing apples come in here, we're going to have to get Derkachi on that buying train. We'll go ahead and go 12 times speed. So I think, okay, this house is done. Yeah, it's another marriage. We're not going to get to 2,100 today. It's fine. Let's see. We have apples yet? Okay, we're starting to get apples, so I am going to go ahead and sell Derkachi 2,000 of those. Looking good. And it's going to take them a couple days to, to get here with that. And they're already full up with 2,000, so that's fine. That will be a nice way to sell off some of that stuff. This house is done. It's another marriage. And then we've got these two houses here. They've already planted most of the trees. So should be all good to go. How are we looking on this forestry here? Okay, they're still hard at work. Let's get this pile of wood out of here. Make that empty. I don't think there's a pile of nails, is there? Doesn't look like it. Alright, now we got, because they're not buying, I'm not selling a cucumber. I don't have the time for that to deal with all of that stuff. So Derkachi's going to get theirs just fine. We'll buy iron ore. Gives my other guys something to do. We need that. We need mead too, but I haven't seen that come up in a while. Okay, well, let's do... Boy, this sure started creeping toward a particular direction, didn't it? I think it's... Yeah, it was definitely skewing one way. So I think if we just keep in mind how we're growing here, I think I can get away with this. And put another one next to it and then just fill in the middle. I think I got two more. There we go. Two more houses to build. We'll they're gonna take forever. We'll just get rid of this. I got plenty of... Oh, there's two separate stacks. That might be why. Make empty. Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't let me just destroy that one too. Okay, well, we'll have to wait for that. But regardless, we've got this houses. Are these guys all stuck again? That might explain why it's taking so long. Well, this tends to happen when you have the game running for more than a... Wow, this runs so much faster when I have it paused. It always worries me every time this happens that livestock aren't getting fed or watered. But they've got plenty here. It looks like that's still fine. If those guys get hung up, you are done. It's over for you. But we'll just have to, I guess, probably just call it here. Because this is going to be a long one. So yeah, I mean, we got some decent stuff done. We've got things a little bit better figured out. We're starting to build up more in this area. We'll continue next time we put up a video. We'll do some more development around this area. I want to do something interesting in here, like a little fenced-in park maybe. I did something similar kind of over here. Like this area, this isn't really enclosed, but it's got the trees and it's got a gazebo and there's benches and stuff. And then, of course, up here, I can never find this stuff. Yeah, this general kind of area is a similar kind of vibe going on, the original campfire from when the town was founded. So I want to just fill the empty space with stuff like that. You know, adds a little bit of character, interesting stuff to it. Yeah, that's about all the time we got today. We'll just watch these guys do their stone little statue thing. They're just kind of chilling. So yeah, that's all we got time for today. It's been a long one, but I appreciate you bearing with me as we get back into the swing of things. So yeah, good progress here. We're very close to 2100 population. We're just gonna keep going until the game doesn't work anymore. That's until Alpha 5 comes out. That's what I got. Of course, we've got other games in the pipeline as well. I know I've been promising a return to World Turtles for a very long time. That is coming soon. I want to get back into Timberborn, do a couple more things with that, because I know there's been some updates to that game. And there's a couple other things I'd like to visit that we haven't covered on the channel yet. A couple different games. I got a couple new ones. New city builders I want to take a look at as well. But we will get to that in due time. Hopefully I can keep up with 1 or 2 videos a week. And of course there's always Twitch as well, where I try to stream at least a couple times a month, doing just more chill stuff, more like RPGs and I don't know, just relaxing stuff like this, but just not city builders. But anyway, if you want to be a part of the fun over there, you can go check it out at twitch.tv/jcthebeard. And if not, I'm happy to have you on YouTube as well. I'm just very thankful that you choose to spend a little bit of your day watching me play video games and hanging out. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever you are up to, whoever you're spending your time with. I hope it's a good one, and we'll see you back in the next episode. Bye-bye.